about body, soul, mind, and heart. Like the four things has been described.
Yeah, but your mind is a reasoning faculty.
So these are inference we make to make a simulation to understand Jesus Christ, which doesn't make sense, because if I create a scenario to three being in my scenario, and then I'm putting Jesus aligned with it to make my belief plausible, which is not working. Do you see logically? Do you see my point?
Yeah, but your mind, mind is not part of your spirit.
No, I think we are,
or your soul.
I mean, we are. The point has been digressed here.
You're not defined by your mind. You're defined by your soul, and you're defined by your spirit and your body.
And ultimately the totality of the totality of definition of how it's defining is the God who is defining us.
You didn't let me finish though. My point is what I'm trying to, and your mind doesn't define you. That's what I'm saying.
When you say mind doesn't define you,
your soul,
explain to it.
Yeah, but whether you're you have three parts: your soul, your body, and your spirit. But they're still you.
What's the
even
soul?
Though you have three parts.
Okay. Is this the only human being? Do they have any other parts? Because you make an inference, the body, soul, and mind.
Yeah,
is this the only three parts?
No, the soul, the body, and the spirit is different to the mind. Like
so
said,
now, the mind is no.
You're not defined by your mind, so it's
no. I'm not talking about. Why not including it?
Why?
If you include body, why not including mind? What's the difference?
What's the difference between the body and
mind? Now, if you include body is something will be decayed.
Your mind doesn't have a personhood.
So do you think a body work without a soul?
If your mind was to come out of
no,
your
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, go on.
Can a body function without a soul?
Can a body function without a soul? No.
There we go. So now, when we're talking about the similitude you brought, the inference you brought, can Jesus exist without Father? No. Can Jesus exist?
We're talking about the mind though. You're going on to that.
No, but because I've already responded and I already clarified your point where you are mistaken.
You said that
where you're mistaken.
Mind, you said why are we not including the mind?
Yeah.
Because
if you include body in your analogy, I said why not include mind?
Makes your mind doesn't. If your mind was to come out of you, it wouldn't.
But the same way, body doesn't make any sense if there is no soul. No, body is a physical aspect of it. It doesn't work if you don't know. What is the difference between an alive man and a dead man? You tell me.
Difference between
an alive man and a dead man. What's the difference between?
A dead person's body goes to the ground.
No, the soul has been separated from the body. That's why it's become dead.
Yeah, same thing.
Correct. Now I am saying, can a body exist without soul?
No.
Therefore, body is dependent on the soul.
Yeah.
Right? So the mind works when the soul is there. If there is no soul, mind is not working. The whole point is you make an inference body, soul, and mind, and now you make the assimilation of Jesus, Father, and Holy Spirit.
I'm saying, look, the mind is irrelevant. You said the mind.
No, I'm not. The reason why I brought it up. You know why I brought it up? Let me clarify it. The reason why I brought it up, because you make this inference to make a similitude on the triune concept. I am saying you make an inference with a three. I said, why not bring mind into it? That was before. Then they are doing.
Said it.
No, and now, and I said, even in your inference, you make body into. I said body doesn't work because body cannot work or exist itself without soul.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Just because the
no,
body
it does.
dies,
it does.
You're using
because
your body now.
No, it does because you're making an inference so that you can make sense of the triune nature of God. And I'm saying, can.
So why do you have three parts of your body? Why do you have three
parts?
No,
not three parts. Many parts. I have 2 hands, 2 legs. So let's define further. Why you stayed with the body? Let's say body has millions parts.
Yeah, but
you see?
Again,
I'm saying, I think, my brother, with your inference is wrong because you make that inference to make the similitude. That, okay, triune nature makes sense. I am saying, let me look at your inference. Your inference is not correct because you make 3 inferences. I said, I can add another thing, mind. What's your issue now? I am now.
Your logic doesn't follow.
No, I think your logic is not following at all.
No, because I've said it.
I make it super clear, and whoever watching it It's crystal clear. I'm saying a body cannot exist without the soul.
Well, we've established that.
Right. So therefore, when you inference body, I'm objecting with the body. You said, why mind? I said, soul is the key element, and then the body and mind, everything depend on the soul. Meaning, when the soul comes, everything develops. If there is no soul,
Let's just say the mind is part of the body.
no, mind is not part of the body.
Why is that?
What is the body? Body is a physical thing. Mind is something else.
So is your mind that? Is your mind?
No, but that's according to your Bible. I can show you. I
I
can show you according to the Bible. The four things mentioned: body, soul, mind. I can show you that.
What's that?
I can show you this four part has been mentioned. Why don't you make that inference of four part then?
Like I said, it's irrelevant.
No, I'll tell you why it's relevant. I'll tell you why. Because you're making this inference to make a similitude of the Trinity, and which I'm saying, I'm not, before I'm challenging that.
Mind has no similitude.
No, I am saying, you making the inference, I am saying, why don't you add mind there? Because if you say body, soul, and what's the other one?
I said body, soul, and spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
And you include mind. I said
No,
mind.
the reason why I didn't include it,
I said
it is in the book of John.
Not defined by your mind. That's what I keep saying.
No,
So it's
also
not
that's
important.
what now. If
It's
you
not-
say
it was
now,
not in
if
my
you
illustration,
now
so-
let's say I
I'm
put it the
choosing not
test
to-
of
I'm choosing not to include it because it's irrelevant.
right
It
now.
doesn't
I am
define-
saying it's relevant because you making that inference. That's why I'm saying it's important.
We've kind of gone off now on a rabbit trail because. And you said it was
Anyway,
very short.
I'll let just the design. But anyway,
my,
going
my
back
point
to
is that you have why do you have a body, soul, and a spirit? Why do you have those things?
I said,
Where
why
did
do you
you-
have a mind as well?
Why do we have a mind?
Yeah.
No, but I asked you first.
No,
Ask me and
no,
I
no, no,
asked
no,
you.
because it's
I
very.
asked- and I
Man,
asked you
that's a very
first.
important because
I asked
no,
you-
because
I
why
asked
you,
my
why
question
you?
first.
Okay, I would say now
It's
let's
a
break it
reflection-
down. Okay,
It's a reflection.
okay,
of
body,
what
spirit,
God-
and mind, right?
It's an
now,
endowment.
Okay,
Because
that-
God is three parts, right? And so are you. And you was made in the image of God.
so basically, are you saying I am God then? But
The
the
mind-
logic,
the mind is a non sequitur. It's
no.
a-
But
it's
if
an
your
irrelevancy.
extension of the logic goes that
that-
if you are three part, God is three part,
Exactly.
then everyone is God.
We were made in the image. No, because we're not. We didn't begin from eternity.
Right. So
So we're not
basically,
God.
you're making a similitude with God if you don't make it equal.
No, saying that we have three parts is not equating myself.
No,
to
but
God.
if you say an image, that means you already have an image of God in your mind.
No,
That means
image-
God is restricted in your mind. Do you realize
no,
that problem?
An image is not an attribute.
Okay, what is image? Define image.
Image is it's a good question.
I don't know whether you looked into it.
An image is a reflection of
So
something.
you have
But
some
it's
sort
not,
of.
It's not. An
So
actual-
now, if you cannot sure of what is that image is, then you cannot say God. We are created on God image because you don't know what his image is in the first place. Do you see the logical problem in there?
No, but in a physical sense, we are made in His image, not in.
No, but then again, you need to define God's image before you defining our image. Because how do you know that we are in His
we're
image?
made in His image because we have attributes that He has. Like for instance, we get upset, we cry. We're happy, we have joy, we get happy, and these are the things that God has as well.
Okay.
So
Are you
we're-
all
we're
knowing?
made- We're made in the image in that. in
Are
that
you all
sense.
knowing?
No, I'm not.
Is God all knowing?
Yes, He is.
Then that argument debunked now.
How is that? How?
Because you saying you have the image of God. Right? Right? You have the image of God?
Yeah.
So when you say image of the God, first of all, tell me what is the image looks like to you?
Like I said, it's behaviour.
No, I mean, look, if I say you are like the bottle, in first place, you need to know how the bottle is look like before I say you are like a bottle. So now define me what is the image. No,
not
it's
in
important.
not
It's
in
important.
That sense, not in that sense.
No, what would be other sense then?
Because that would be looking like the bottle exactly. What-
Exactly. So you didn't know. Now that's why I asked you the question. When you say the God image, can you define that?
That's why I just defined it.
Okay. But you said you don't know how the God image is exactly. How can you define it then? If I don't know, how can I define something? I must know to define it.
Well, his characters in his word.
No, okay. Tell me one thing. Can you define without knowing it?
No, but I do know how his character.
Okay, how do you know?
Because he's shown me in his word.
Okay, how do you know that he defined you?
How do I know that?
He's
because
defined.
it's in his word. He said he made us in his image.
Image.
Yeah, Genesis.
Okay. Now tell me, what is his image? Because you make an equivocation error.
You're conflating the two. It's not.
No, I'm not conflating.
In terms of outward appearance.
The problem is.
It's
Do
behavior.
you know what the problem is? The reason why I'm asking.
Just defined it just
No.
now. There's
Is the image restricted in your mind?
What?
Is the image restricted in your mind?
Restricted?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay.
I've
So
just defined
okay.
it.
When you say an image, what do you normally conceive of? Tell me, what do you conceive of?
Conceive of?
Yeah.
An image.
What do you understand in your head, in your mind, or in your? Define me.
If I'm made in an image of somebody.
In order to say I'm made of the image of someone, I need to know what's the images look like. Otherwise, how do I know I'm exactly like this?
Going round in circles.
No,
I
I am. No, I am. The reason why I'm
He's
going.
revealed it to me in
No,
his word. I've just said
I am going to show you the error in the judging that God has an image equal like us.
No,
That
you
is
say
the
it's error,
no.
but
I
I've
say
made it
it's an
clear.
error because I'm keep challenging you and I'm keep going back. I am asking you. You can't say I am image. I created in the image of God until you confirm that you know that what is the image of God.
You keep going round in circles.
No,
It's
the
very
reason I'm
clear.
going, I'm asking you to define it.
I've just defined it for you.
What's
I've just defined it.
what did you define it?
I've just said it.
What, say again.
I don't want to. It's-
Anyway, I
keep
think
going-
it's not
we're
going
around.
anywhere. But
It's-
you know, the
it's-
viewers can clearly tell because when you bring in God's attribute into human attribute, that's the problem. Because no one, Allah said in the Quran, "Laisa kamithlihi shay." There is nothing comparable to God. So when we compare an image of God, that means I already have an image in mind to compare with it in first place. That's a great contradiction because God is not comparable or God is not like something. God is unlike the creation.
That's what your Quran says. That's not what the Bible says.
No, but that's rationally makes sense, and that's why I'm bringing you that when you define in God's in,
So why do you have three parts then? Where did that come from?
but that's your belief, and that's your
Don't you believe you have a soul and a body and a
no.
spirit?
But I don't believe these.
Do you have a soul and a body
No,
and a spirit?
we have body, soul, and mind, and so many things. But it doesn't meaning that that's what God has because I am the exact image of God. No, I am. That's what I am denying. That you attributing human attribute with the God attribute.
So where did you get that from? Where?
I am asking you, where did you get
Where
that from?
is a-
Because look, I am saying I am a
I'm
creation.
asking
God
you,
is
where did
unlike
you
the
get
creation.
Your soul and your body from? Why are you made like that?
God made it simply.
Well, why? How? Why has He made you like that?
So that he can test you. This is the purpose in life in Islam. Do you know that?
So He gave you a body and a spirit and soul so He can test you.
Yeah. What is the purpose of our life? What is the purpose of your life? I believe.
Don't you reflect your God?
Yeah. God is. Why did
When
God?
somebody has a child,
Okay.
when someone has a child,
Okay. Fine.
do they
how
not
do you
look like a
reflect God?
child?
How do you reflect God? By
I've just said it.
no. How do you reflect God?
By my attributes, my behaviour.
No. By looking at the creation.
Characteristics.
Because you cannot see God. You look at the sign of God to contemplate God.
Well, we cannot see God.
No, we cannot see God. No.
That's why He has to come as a man so we can see Him.
No, if you see God,
Yeah.
can God seen at any time according to the Bible?
Yes, He can.
But that's
There are
contradicting.
people-
No,
No, it's not. Moses saw God. Moses saw Him.
is it the God or a God?
Eh?
Is it the God or a God? Do you know the difference between a God and the God?
Whatever you want to call it.
Moses
saw
was called as God.
Moses saw God.
But
You're
I
deflecting
think it's
off
not
some-
going anywhere.
Moses will not-
we
I've-
keep.
no, 'cause I've answered your question.
No. I have
Moses
answered.
saw
No,
God. Moses saw Him. He saw his behind parts when He came over him.
Did-
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about
can
First Timothy. No, Titus. No, it's in the New Testament.
Isn't the Old Testament-
No person can look at God.
no man has seen God at any time.
Moses
Now,
saw
if
him.
he
That's
saw
what
it,
it's-
no, let's say for argument's sake he saw it. It's a contradiction, because if we saw it, no man has seen at God any time. This is a
And live.
contradiction.
No man can see God and live.
Correct.
But
That
Moses saw him.
shows. That
Moses saw
shows.
him and
Now,
he lived.
now, if I take your argument,
What
that
that says in the New Testament,
that means a contradiction in your book, and therefore it's not from God.
Where's the contradiction?
Because if you say,
In the New, you talk about the New Testament.
okay, if you say you can't, no man can see God, but suddenly one man say, I
Does it
seen
not say
God.
it, though?
Now, if you
Does
say,
it not, you follow
No,
the
no.
first 5 books of Moses. The first 5 books of Moses.
no,
You
no,
follow
I'm
the
not.
first 5 books
Please
of
don't
Moses.
digress, my brother. Don't digress.
No, but you do follow them. See, that's you do follow the first.
No,
the
I
first
follow
5
Quran. I follow
But
Quran.
You, yeah, and
No,
you follow Moses.
no, we follow Moses.
You
but-
follow his teachings.
Okay, I follow Moses based on the Quranic teaching, what Allah tells us. I don't take Old
And
Testament.
you follow the first 5 books
Old
of Moses.
Testament is not our authority. New Testament is not our authority.
Do you
as-
follow the first 5 books of Moses?
I said no. We follow Quran as a Muslim. Ask any Muslim. Ask Muslim.
Okay, well, where it
ask
says it in
Muslim.
there, it says that he saw Moses. He saw him from behind.
Like I said, even if I agree, even if I agree with you,
Exodus 33.
if let's say I agree with it, that's a clear contradiction. In one place, God's book saying no man has seen God at any time. Another time, Moses seen the God.
That verse in the New Testament, I don't agree with that.
Exactly. Do you know why? That shows that's not from God.
No.
So you have a problem. The book is not from God. You cannot even trust your own book.
No, I trust.
Okay.
God
Who put
over-
that verse? Who put that verse? Who put that verse?
If I could let me just search it.
No, but we know which one you're talking about. Anyway.
It's either Titus or First Timothy, right? And what God says, has authority over what Timothy says. So
Let me drink. Ashik, can you hold this? I just need to. My leg is pretty much frozen, you know. Anyway, I was gonna say, I don't know. Have you looked into Quran or Islam? Anyone given to you? I think we have a long conversation. Let me, Ashik. I can give it to him. I can give it to him as a gift. Have a look.
I'll just get the first quickly. And I'll,
Yeah. But anyway, you have admitted it already, so I don't have to discuss it.
He's talking about when he dwells in unapproachable light, yeah? First Timothy. Sorry,
My hand is frozen. I need to.
who only have immortality,
Yeah.
which no man can approach unto, who no man have seen nor can see,
Uh-huh.
to whom be honour and power and everlasting
Yeah, so-
glory.
so-
right. So I don't take what Timothy says as authority over what God says.
Yeah. And
You
that's
know,
that's why.
Timothy was the son of Paul. So the New Testament, especially like that part there, is.
I'm glad that you
is
said it.
written-
I'm glad that
is
you said it.
written for our comfort and for it's written for edification, but it's not written for authority. It's
But
not,
but
it's not gospel.
but it's referring to the Old Testament.
Yeah, but it's not our gospel. That's the thing. It's not. We
I mean, I spoke to the
follow
other
that to the
Christian, which
letter.
they have a different take. But
Well, okay, who has more authority, Timothy or Moses? To you, I'm asking you, who has more authority?
of course, Timothy
Moses.
is of course Moses,
Exactly.
but the Moses account has to be
And
based on
Moses
the.
walked with God.
Moses is a prophet of
Moses
God
was a
anyway.
prophet. Timothy was not a prophet.
No,
Timothy was the son of Paul.
No.
I don't, like I said, Timothy's not my
That's
authority.
why.
This stuff is for edification. It's not for gospel.
Yeah,
and
but this
it's
was
not-
referring to the Old Testament, by the way.
No, he's
Because-
not. He's not. No, he's not referring to the Old Testament. He's referring
do you
to
know
when
why?
When Paul saw.
The
Paul saw
gospel was not
Christ-
written at that time. This was written before that.
What's that?
This was written before the Gospels.
What Timothy said?
Yes.